Happy Father's Day, my foreign collecting freaks. Today I'm just gonna gather a set together, a very small set. Um, I'm still working on it. Um, Basically, the Weird Western, the first Weird Western. It would be Weird Western 12. I've always loved this color cover. I don't know why. I just love it. It's Kubert, I believe. Um, yeah, it's the Kubert cover. It's just cool with the skull cave and everything. So I'm gonna take some updated photos. I've just recently acquired the Mexican. I've had the Brazilian, and I'm trying to find my Filipino. And since I moved into my new comic room, I've kind of have everything put back, but I'm either gonna have to go through boxes or find it. So I'm in the process of doing that. While I'm doing that, I'm also trying to find books that are solitary. I actually put two comics usually per. Because I have a very overkill system for taking care of my books, but I can fit two comics in them, and so when I run out of bags and boards, I have to find ones that are still left as solitary, and then I put in a book. And right now I'm looking for the Filipino. Having a hard time finding it, but I'm finding some really cool foreigns. Probably would turn many of you on. Look at that bondage Wonder Woman. There it is, right down there. I found it. I found it live, coming at you live. This is a beautiful Mexican Avengers 57. This isn't the La Prensa. This is the Novedades, but this one was really nice when it came in. I was very happy about that. There's the one I'm looking for. Okay. There you have it. Weird Western 12. Filipino, probably one of the most difficult ones to find. Up there with the Mexican that we only know of about 3 or 4 of. So that's cool. So let's set up this photo. So when setting up set photos, I like to put down a black background. I like to shoot them against my turn of the century Chinese trunk. This is a very interesting trunk. I bet people have wondered why I use it as a background. Well, it's more of a symbolic background because the Chinese in the Zanji area and period, this is a black lacquer trunk, and the artist would create trunks depending on one's kind of status in society. This one is of an emperor's court, okay? And the emperor's court has all of his advisors. So it's an educated. It was once explained to me that this would be for someone who was an educator of some sort. It's also got scrolls as part of the decoration. So the scrolls would be education. Say if it was for a military guy, it would be more military type iconography. But this is clearly for an educator, which excites me and is symbolic of our backgrounds with our books, because what are we doing when we're hunting foreign books? We're educating, correct? So for me, I like using this background because it has some kind of tie and connection with the books. I feel like it is just not only a cool background, but just connects with what I'm doing when I try to educate. Okay, so here's what we got. Got the American, Brazilian, Filipino, and Mexican. And my style when I shoot the sets, I always include the American or any Americans I have first on the left. Then, for whatever reason, I know it's weird, but I like to include them in the order that I got the foreigns. So the Brazilian was the first Weird Western 12 foreign edition I got. Then I got the Filipino. Then I got just recently the Mexican. There are still some more from this set that are missing. I am missing, I believe, 2 Nordic countries. I think there's a Swedish and possibly a Norwegian. But after that, that's all there was. For whatever reason, at least using Kubert's classic cover, there are not a whole lot of the Weird Western 12 editions, foreign editions that exist. I think it was pretty much just these 3 and another 2 Nordics, and that's it as far as cover usage. Now, there's probably some that use the interior all throughout, some in there, but as far as building my set with cover, it's almost done. So yeah, that's what I do. This is a set. I hope you enjoyed this, just hanging out with me. We're not going to be doing a global comic safari because of Father's Day, so this will have to suffice for your foreign content needs. But yeah, I love this little set, and like I said, with the 2 on the end, the Filipino and the Mexican being extremely hard to find, to source. I'm not calling them rare, but I am calling buying opportunities to be very rare. The buying op itself is difficult to find, and this Mexican one, at one point in time, we only knew of 1 copy. Another 2 have surfaced since then, 1 here, and then another, hopefully my buddy John got. The Filipino, I think I've seen a total of 5. And I might even be giving it too much at 5. I think it's more like 4. And one of them is in a bound, so it's not even solo. Anyway, have a happy Father's Day. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.